This is part 2 of Get Paid $800 a Week to Text. In my last video, I shared details how I found one of the coolest work from home jobs. It was $1,500 per month just to chat. It was a coach. I should have mentioned earlier in my previous video. I worked with one-on-one with a coach. She hired me to work in her client care department, I answered chat calls through her website. I should say chat text through her website. And I also answered her emails. I did a little bit of response through Facebook. It was so cool. It paid me $1,500 up front, and it was working 5 hours per day, Monday through Friday. The workload was super light, so I had time to cook and for my family. And this was during the pandemic. It was so cool. My goal was to get something like this so that I wouldn't have to go back out and work at the dealership as an overworked social media manager / marketer. I also ran my social media management agency and my copywriting agency on the side while I was doing this. So I had time to do other things. And it did not feel like I worked 5 hours because a lot of times there wasn't an influx of people who would call. I would log on to the coach's website, and I'm not going to say who the coach is. It's a very popular coach. And I logged onto her website and logged onto her website. I logged onto her Facebook page, and we used something called Zendesk. So I was able to log in and answer the emails. And I would answer, there would be like maybe 5 emails. If it was the weekend, there would be maybe like 5 or 10 emails that were left over, sometimes a little bit more. And I would just answer those emails. I would listen to music. I would listen to my motivational podcast while I was answering emails. She gave me everything that I needed to know to answer the emails. I was also logged on to Zendesk so that I could answer the incoming chat request and questions that the members of her group, her VIP and her regular group, I would answer any questions that they had. And it was so cool. I would also log in to add people to whoever signed up for her. I would log them in to Facebook and to her Facebook group. It was super easy. And one of the coolest parts is that she gave me full access to her VIP program. I did not have to pay for it. So it was like I was getting paid to learn. And all I had to do was answer any questions not answer questions, but like if a person needed information from her, she had a library of videos and blog posts. So if a person had a question and she said, "Oh, you should read my blog post, or you should read my video that I have to answer your question," I would just log in and I would send the link to the person. In the meantime, I'm learning, and it was through Zoom. It was so cool. And I got paid, like I mentioned, I got paid up front once a month. And this was my way of not having to go back out to work for the man, so to speak, at the dealership, which I used to love doing. I sold cars and trucks, and I worked as a social media manager and a marketer. It was so cool, but there were some changes that came and some issues that I had gone through, which I'm not going to speak about in this video, but it's so cool. I did want to share, backtrack. I mentioned that I was responding to a video that I saw called Get Paid $800 a Week to Text. And the issue I had is that they can let you go at any time. Nothing's guaranteed. But when you have a side hustle and you have multiple people that you're providing this service for, like a side hustle or small business, you work with different people. So if one person let you go, that's okay. You still have other clients that you're working with. You know, whether you're charging $1,500 per month, $2,000, $2,500, $3,000, or even if you're only charging $800 per client per month, it doesn't matter. You can find other clients to work with and replace that person. And working for a company as an employee, the problem is it's like you have all your eggs in one basket and the person can let you go. The other issue I have is that you have to wait to get paid. You have to wait. They may pay you weekly. They may pay you every other week. Some people may pay you daily. I like to get paid up front because it's guaranteed. And I don't have to worry about that waiting. You know, I could provide the client or the employer, the person that I worked with, and I got paid the $1,500 per month to text and to chat. That was an employee-employer type of relationship, but it didn't feel like that because she liked to work with people who are entrepreneurial minded, whereas some companies, they don't like to work with people who are entrepreneurial minded. And I even heard that there are people out there who don't like people to have, employers out there that don't like people to have multiple work from home gigs or work from home jobs or remote jobs. They don't like that. There was a video, I forgot the name of it, where there was a guy, he had multiple work from home gigs or multiple, I can't even speak, multiple work from home jobs. And they got rid of him because they did not want him to have multiple jobs. That's my other reservation with working with companies. I'm not saying that working with companies are bad, but I prefer to work with people who don't mind or who are not intimidated by working with people who are entrepreneurial minded. If you're a company and you hire work from home people or people working remotely, and you treat them with respect, you pay them well, you pay them on a time, or you pay them up front, and you treat them like they're a partner or a partnership rather than you're the employee, I tell you what to do, you do this, do that, people are less likely to leave. Okay, they're less likely to leave. And a lot of companies don't understand that. There was one company that I had connected with, and it was recently. And I was just curious because it seemed like it was a good offer. And it wasn't the best paying. It paid like $25 per hour. And it had to do with answering, I think it was chat or emails for a loan officer. And at first I was excited about reaching out to the person. I didn't get the position anyway. It didn't matter anyway. What I didn't like is that it was very like you're the employee, we're the employer type of thing. And they asked me, oh, would you like to set up an interview time? So I sent over my Calendly link so that they can select a time. And the person was like, oh, okay, well, the person who schedules these interviews, they're going to call you to schedule. And I was saying to myself, why don't they just schedule the interview? I sent over my Calendly link. Why are they going to have a person to reach out to me by phone call? So that's one thing that I don't like working. I don't like working with people who are like, oh, you're the employer, you're the employee, we're the employer type of gigs or type of jobs, work from home jobs. But anyway, that's all I have to say for now. You know, I'm definitely going to do more videos because I'm sure you guys have some questions like, how do you find these people? How do you find these people to, these cool people to work with, you know? Maybe I'll do a part 3. Who knows? I'll do a part 3 and I don't feel like I answered I don't feel like I answered all the questions like I was supposed to. But anyway, watch my next video and I will share some tips on how you could potentially find people to work with who will pay you $1,500 per month or more. So I will see you in the next video.